Losing a spouse is not just a single event. It's an earthquake that permanently alters the landscape of your life. In the quiet, echoing moments that follow, you are faced with a storm of decisions, each one feeling urgent and overwhelming. It's natural to want to do something, anything to regain a sense of control or to lessen the crushing weight of grief. But what if some of the most logical-seeming decisions are actually traps? You could unknowingly say yes to choices that lead to devastating financial regret, profound loneliness, and a much harder path to healing. The truth is, while your grief is deeply personal, the mistakes people make in its wake are tragically common. Welcome to Blessed Elderly. Today, we are not just offering sympathy. We are providing a protective guide you must avoid after losing your partner, mistakes that can complicate your life for years to come. This isn't about telling you how to grieve. This is about empowering you with the clarity to protect your well-being when you need it most, ensuring you navigate this chapter with the dignity you deserve. Let's begin. What if, in your most vulnerable state, we will reveal 5 critical mistakes. 1. Rushing into big financial decisions. One of the most immediate pressures you'll face is financial. Suddenly, bank accounts, insurance policies, investments, and the very home you live in demand your attention. The urge to act quickly, to sell, to move, to invest, can feel like a way to create stability in the chaos. But this is a dangerous illusion. Neurologists confirm that profound grief clouds your judgment, making complex long-term planning nearly impossible. Decisions made under emotional duress are almost never the best ones. Let's imagine Eleanor, 76. After her husband of 50 years passed away, the big family home felt achingly empty. Well-meaning friends and a realtor gently suggested she downsize immediately. "It'll be a fresh start," they said. "Less to worry about." It sounded logical. Overwhelmed and exhausted, she agreed, selling the home within 3 months and moving to a small condo. Once the initial fog of grief began to lift, a heartbreaking regret set in. She hadn't just sold a house. She had sold her sanctuary, her community, and her final tangible connection to decades of shared memories. She made an irreversible decision based on a temporary state of panic. As financial counselor for seniors, Dr. Alistair Finch warns, the months following the loss of a spouse are a time for stabilization, not radical financial restructuring. This period of vulnerability is also when financial predators look to strike, offering urgent investment opportunities or high-pressure sales tactics to the recently widowed. This is why experts unanimously recommend the 1-year rule. Wait at least 1 full year before making any major, irreversible financial decisions like selling your home, making large investments, or giving away significant assets. This pause is not a sign of weakness. It is your greatest defense, allowing time for clarity to return. 2. Isolating yourself from the world. Your instinct in the face of such profound loss will be to withdraw, to shut the door and be alone with your memories. While moments of solitude are essential for processing, complete isolation is a trap that can swallow you whole. What starts as a need for quiet time can quickly become a deep-seated pattern of loneliness that suffocates healing. Human connection is not a luxury. It is vital for emotional and physical health. Studies have repeatedly shown that prolonged social isolation in seniors can weaken the immune system, increase blood pressure, and significantly worsen feelings of sadness and anxiety. After selling her home, Eleanor's isolation deepened. In her new condo, she knew no one. She stopped answering calls from old friends, feeling too tired to explain her sadness. She told herself being alone was just easier. But the silence didn't heal her. It amplified her pain. Her days lost structure and her physical energy plummeted. The change for Eleanor began with one small, persistent effort from her daughter, who insisted on a short, weekly walk in a local park. She didn't have to talk much. PTs start just being outside, seeing other people, and having that simple connection began to pierce through the loneliness. It reminded her that she was still part of the world. As gerontologist Dr. Maria Cole explains, the goal is not to force yourself into loud social events. It's to maintain gentle tethers to the outside world. Answering one phone call, joining a low-pressure grief support group, or simply sitting in the presence of others can make all the difference. You don't have to carry the entire weight of your grief alone. 3. Ignoring your own health and well-being. When you are consumed by the duties of grieving, taking care of your own body can feel like the last priority. Many people stop eating regular meals, forget their medications, or postpone necessary doctor's appointments. Some even feel that focusing on their own health is a betrayal to the depth of their sorrow. This is a critical error. The stress of grief is a physical event. It floods your body with hormones that can increase the risk of heart problems, weaken your immune system, and disrupt your sleep for months. Neglecting your health now is like trying to drive a car through a storm with no fuel and flat tires. Eleanor found that the joy of cooking had vanished with her husband. She subsisted on tea and toast, telling herself she had no appetite. Soon, she felt constantly fatigued, weak, and her sleep was broken. It was during a long overdue doctor's visit that she was told she was suffering from malnutrition. Her physical decline was making her emotional state even worse. Her doctor gave her a simple prescription. Think of food as medicine. She started with small, simple, nutritious meals. The effect was transformative. With proper fuel, her energy began to return. Her mood stabilized, and she felt more resilient to the waves of grief. Self-care in this period is non-negotiable. It means nutrition, eating regular, simple meals even when you don't feel hungry. Movement. A short, daily walk can reduce stress and improve mood more effectively than you might think. Medical care. Do not skip your checkups. This is the time your body is most vulnerable. Mental health. Seeking support from a counselor or grief group is not a weakness. It is a courageous step toward healing. Honoring your spouse means staying healthy, enough to carry their memory forward with strength. 4. Rushing into a new relationship. The loneliness that follows the loss of a partner is a profound physical ache. It's a void in your daily life. The temptation to fill that void with a new person and find companionship can be overwhelming. However, rushing into a new romance before you've processed your grief is like putting a bandage over a deep wound that needs to heal from the inside out. A relationship born out of a need to escape pain is built on a fragile foundation. It can lead to unfair comparisons with your late spouse, feelings of guilt, and ultimately more heartache. 6 months after her move, a well-meaning friend introduced Eleanor to a gentleman. He was kind, and the companionship was a temporary balm for her loneliness. She dove in head first, but soon she felt a disquieting sense of unease. She realized she wasn't building a new connection. She was trying to patch the hole in her old life. She was seeking a replacement, not a partner. The relationship ended, leaving her with another layer of loss to process. As relationship therapist Dr. Evelyn Reed states, you must rediscover your own identity as an individual before you can successfully form a new identity as a couple. This vulnerable period can also make you a target for those with bad intentions, who prey on the lonely for financial or emotional exploitation. Finding love again can be a beautiful chapter in later life, but it must come from a place of wholeness, not emptiness. The decision to date again is yours alone, and it should never be rushed. 5. Holding on to every possession. After a spouse is gone, their belongings can feel sacred. Their clothes in the closet, their favorite chair, their coffee mug. Each object is a vessel of memory. The thought of removing them can feel like a second, final loss. While keeping sentimental items is healthy, refusing to change anything for years can turn your home into a museum of grief, rather than a sanctuary for healing. It can keep you emotionally frozen, serving as a constant, painful reminder of what is gone, making it impossible to move forward. For a long time, Eleanor kept her husband's side of the closet exactly as he left it. At first, it was comforting, but after a year, she realized that opening it every morning was a fresh stab of pain. It was keeping her stuck. The process of letting go does not mean forgetting. It's about choosing how to remember. The key is to start small and act on your own timeline. Create a memory box. Select a few of the most precious items: a watch, a favorite book, a handwritten letter, and keep them in a special place. Repurpose with love. Turn his favorite shirts into a memory quilt, or pass down his tool collection to a grandchild who will cherish it. Set and start. This transforms the memory into something living. Let go gently. When you are ready, donate or give away items that others could use. It's an act of letting their legacy of usefulness continue. Letting go of things is not a betrayal. Sight start. It is making space, physical and emotional, for your own life to continue. Eleanor's story is a cautionary tale. Her initial struggles, the financial mistake, the deepening isolation, the declining health, and the painful rebound relationship were not separate issues. They were a chain reaction, all stemming from decisions made in the fog of early grief. But her story is also one of hope. By recognizing these pitfalls, she was able to pause, seek guidance, and begin to make choices that truly supported her healing. She learned to navigate her new life not by erasing the past, but by integrating it in a healthy way. This brings us to the blessed elderly golden rules of navigating loss. 1. The rule of the pause. Make no major decisions for at least 1 year. Sight start. Give yourself the gift of time. 2. The rule of the gentle tether. Take small, consistent steps to stay connected with the world. Do not let isolation win. 3. The rule of self-preservation. Prioritize your physical and mental health as if it were a sacred duty. 4. The rule of healing first. Process your grief and rediscover yourself before ever seeking a new partnership. 5. The rule of honoring, not hoarding. Keep what is truly precious, but make space for your own life to continue. Here at Blessed Elderly, we believe in empowering you with the knowledge to protect your future. If you learned something vital today, please help our community by taking 3 small actions. First, click that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our essential guides. Second, please give this video a like. It tells YouTube that this is important information that more seniors need to see. And finally, your wisdom is invaluable. In the comments below, please share one piece of advice that has helped you or a loved one through a time of loss. Your story could be the light that someone else needs to see today. Thank you for being here. We wish you strength on your journey and a future filled with peace.